Hello, YouTube! I am Shaggy. I am Philalitea. That means I'm a lover of truth. And on some level, sometimes my southern diphthongs just can't keep themselves in my mind. On some level, I'm a speaker of truth. That's how I would have talked if I'd stayed in North Carolina long enough. Or hadn't made the decision in first grade to absolutely not sound like that. Anyway, I'm a speaker of truth. And so what that means is I volunteer my truth. And so, because so many people are clamoring in my comments to know, my poison ivy is healing fine. In fact, I washed it with soap about 20 minutes ago, and it doesn't look, even from the outside perspective, from your perspective, it doesn't look nearly as gnarly as it did yesterday. That right there, that was a cluster of the most hideous, disgusting blisters you've ever seen. And they definitely did burst, and they definitely spent 2 days weeping into my bandages, so I needed the bandages, but now I just look like I stuck my arm on a hot plate, which I've done before. I've absolutely had a similar burn to that one, not that size, but similar burns to that from working McDonald's and Steak and Shake's grill. In fact, I'll see if I can show you. It's going to be hard for me to see it too, but I have a scar right here on my wrist. I don't know if it's going to be visible. There it is. You can barely see it. But that scar, that little white patch right there, that was from cleaning the grill. It looks like I pierced my hand. The way the scar ultimately formed, it looked like I tried to crucify myself. But these are my third shift stories. I was cleaning the grill, and I hit the way we did it at Steak and Shake was we would put a it's a little insane, but we had a brick, and you'd wrap that in sandpaper, and you'd put that on a green coarse, what are those called? I don't know, pad, like a scrub pad, right? And then you put the cleaner on the grill, and you spread it out, and then you use that brick. It worked just fine. But one day, as I was pulling it back toward myself, I hit a pocket of grease that I didn't know was there, and it exploded all over my arm, and that was the only part that blistered. So here's a little piece of practical advice for you. If you have a bad burn, like a really bad burn in the kitchen, mustard. Coat that shit in mustard. Look like an insane person. Coat that shit in mustard, because what it'll do is it'll keep it from either drying out or getting too moist, whichever of the two things is bad. So it keeps it from blistering real bad. And it works. My arm was hideous. That stuff exploded all over me. It was grease, so getting that shit off was almost impossible. And you'd barely even identify that I have a scar from the incident. I actually did the same thing on my left hand, McDonald's. I'm an accident-prone dude, so it's good to know first aid. It is.